Science Weather Project. Date May 19th, 2003. By Chloe. As you can see, there are two high-pressure areas located on the map north of Idaho and north of New York. The high-pressure areas will bring clear and calm weather. A high-pressure system is when cold air moves down in a clockwise way and they are dry. There are three low-pressure areas located on the map northwest of Iowa, west of Arizona, and west of Texas. The low-pressure areas will bring cloudy and stormy weather. A low-pressure system is when warm air moves up in a counterclockwise way, bringing the air with it, creating condensation. Isobars are lines with similar barometric pressure. They help us understand the direction and strength of the wind in a particular area. For example, when the lines are closer together, that means stronger winds, and when they are widely spaced, that means light wind. A high-pressure system is when the pressure is above average, and a low-pressure system is when the pressure is below average. The average pressure is 1,013. Today, there are two cold fronts. One is located north of Minnesota to mid-Colorado, moving southeast. It will take 6 days for this front to move out of the United States. The other cold front is located southwest of Colorado to East California, moving south. It will take 1 day for it to join with the other cold front, and then 5 days after it joins with the other cold front to move out of the United States. A cold front is a rapid-moving mass of cold air that pushes warm air up. The effect of a cold front is a sudden change in weather, causing storms and rapid cold, dense air. There is also a stationary front from northeastern Florida to southeastern Texas, not really moving anywhere, but the cold part is trying to move south and the warm part is trying to move north. A stationary front is when a cold and warm front meet, but neither one can move the other. This causes precipitation and clouds for days because when cold air meets warm air, it causes precipitation, and stationary fronts don't move a lot, so it's there for days. There are four maritime air masses located right here. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Maritime air masses are masses formed over seas that come to land. Maritime air masses are wet. There are two kinds of maritime air masses. One is maritime polar, which brings cold and wet air, located right here. These are the polar ones. The other one is maritime tropical, which brings warm and wet air, located right here. There's two maritime polar and two maritime tropical. The weather is going to be warmer near the southwestern and southeastern parts of the United States because that's where the maritime tropical air masses are located. The weather is going to be colder near the northwestern and northeastern parts of the United States because that's where the maritime polar air masses are located. There are two continental air masses located right here. Right here, and right here. Continental air masses are masses formed over land and are dry. There are two kinds of continental air masses. One is continental polar, which brings cold and dry air, and there is one of these located in the northern United States, right here. The other is continental tropical, which brings warm and dry air, and there is one of these located in the southern United States, right here. Here are some maps of the high and low temperatures located on this map. The blue and purple is colder, colder temperatures, and the lighter ones are warmer. The map to the left is the high for today, and the right one is the low for today. It is going to be warmer in the southern parts of the United States because that's closer to the equator, and the tropical air masses hit the southern parts of the United States. It is going to be colder in the northern parts of the United States because that's farther away from the equator, and the polar air masses hit that area. In Wisconsin, the high is 59 and the low 59 degrees Fahrenheit, and the low is 50 degrees Fahrenheit. In North Carolina, the high is 59 degrees Fahrenheit and the low is 52 degrees Fahrenheit. In Texas, the high is 79 degrees Fahrenheit and the low is 74 degrees Fahrenheit. In California, the high is 78 degrees Fahrenheit and the low is 54 degrees Fahrenheit. There is a little bit of rain in the southeastern part of the United States, right here. This was caused by the stationary front because when cold and warm air meet, it causes precipitation, and neither is strong enough to move the other, so it precipitates for days. There is 100% cloud coverage right here. There is a low pressure system near this precipitation which will cause cloudy weather. Lower temperatures can't hold a lot of water, and higher temperatures can hold more water. There is also a little bit of rain in the northwestern part of the United States, right here. This was caused by the cold fronts because when cold, rapid-moving air meets slow, warm air, the cold air pushes the warm air up, causing abrupt weather to change into storms. There is a low front in the storm which causes cloudy and stormy weather. The cloud coverage is completely overcast here.